Hey, what's up friends? Welcome back. Today I'm going to do part 2 of Melodic Minor Madness. I did a video last week addressing a more interesting use of melodic minor, specifically the 7th mode of melodic minor and how it pertains to altered chords. And that was done as a request from one of my friends who subscribes to my channel. So I appreciate that, and I always welcome that kind of feedback. It helps me kind of know what you guys want to see. So today I feel like the last video covered a pretty extreme use of melodic minor scale. It's pretty obvious using melodic minor in root position how that would sound. What I want to do is just show you guys a couple ways to really navigate that scale quickly on the fretboard, and I'm going to show you a couple things I like to do personally when I want to get that sound and I really want to shred, for lack of a better word. So last week we covered the 7th mode of the melodic minor, which essentially, if you're playing like an A7 or an A altered dominant chord, you would play essentially a B flat melodic minor scale, which equals an A 7th mode melodic minor scale. Right. I'm just going to stay somewhere in the key of A, just kind of show you some patterns I like to use to kind of shred through this sound. So if we're just in a, regular A minor, when we play A melodic minor, the scale would sound like this. Classical theory teacher is going to tell you on the way down you should play a natural minor scale, because in the classical days, kind of how the rules applied to melodic minor, you play it with a raised 6 and 7 on the way up, and on the way down you play just a natural like Aeolian mode. The reason for this was because if you considered it a melodic minor, those are the rules of melodic minor. So that gave you more notes to work with. When you have that raised 7, you have the leading tone. So if you're in a dominant chord, like in A minor, it would be like an E7. You would already have that G sharp, the leading tone, the major 7th of A, which leads you back into A. Although it'd be A minor, so when we got to A minor, we could play our Aeolian mode. I hope that makes sense. That's a very broad and brief overview of the history of the melodic minor, so I don't want to talk about that too much because you guys will probably get bored. If you'd like to know more theory stuff, let me know, and I'll do some more in-depth theory videos. What I played there was a 3-note per string pattern. Starting on A. Now the reason I'm doing 3 notes per string is because I'm specifically talking about ways to shred this scale and do it really fast. So let's just look at the symmetry of the guitar and what advantages we have with the guitar when we're playing a 3-note per string pattern. Probably the first thing that would jump out at you is that if I start here on this A, there's our G sharp, there's our leading tone. I can just slide up a fret and play the exact same pattern. And then do it again. Now obviously we run out of strings. Now I'm on a 7 string, so if I wanted to play that, and have the same pattern everywhere, essentially I could do that if I'm using the 7th string. But not everybody plays a 7th string, and then some people play 8 strings. So I'm just gonna stay here in this 5th position, and assuming everybody's on a 6th string, because we all have 6 strings for sure. So that's just a great way to navigate that scale quickly, and the patterns are easy to remember. Now, that's all well and good, but it may be a little more interesting if we mix the notes up a little bit. So if you think about things in terms of kind of like an Alan Holdsworth approach, we have 3 notes, so we have several different ways we could order those notes each time to make it interesting. You can do just 1, 2, 3. Like that, but we have 3 notes and we can mix them up. So we could do 1, 3, 2. We could do 3, 2, 1. could do 1, 3, 2. And we can do 3, 1, 2. So I've kind of come up with patterns that I'll mix and match going up that symmetrical pattern just to keep it from sounding like I'm playing a scale straight up and down. Like that. So that's pretty cool. And you'll notice I sequenced something there. I kind of repeated a couple of notes. That's something I'll do a lot too, because I have those 4 notes, which is kind of a diminished pattern, a half whole diminished. So anytime I have those 4 notes in that order, I try to kind of sequence that to where I can do a kind of a turnaround almost and build a little more momentum in what I'm doing. Maybe notice what I did there. So I think that's a really nice way of mixing up the patterns there. And then you just find the way to repeat that in octaves, and you can get a lot of speed going. You know, not that you want to play that way all the time, but it makes for a nice effect because you're going fast and you're not just playing a minor scale. If you're on a 7 string, obviously you can start down here. I can start on E. So that's pretty shreddy, and I'm just using those patterns. I can break that down simply for you, but all I'm trying to get across is that you don't have to play straight up and down the scale. You can mix them up. You'll notice that time on the 3rd set of notes, I used that to kind of shift into position to repeat the pattern. Still the same order, 1, 3, 2, but I'm changing positions, so now my first finger is in line to start the pattern over again. Just remember, melodic minor, you're going to have the raised 6 and the raised 7. It's basically a major scale with a minor 3rd. So I hope these patterns are helpful, and if you want some more stuff on melodic minor or more stuff on theory in general, leave a comment and let me know, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. Thanks. Take care.